Welcome to adilas. Tutorial is going to be covering the history homepage. So from the main switchboard homepage under System Reports, if you have the permission turned on for history homepage, you can select this link. And once it pulls the history for today. So you can see the day is up here is 5/29, and it's pulled a grouped history report for 5/29. And you can open up the search hide criteria, and you can change the date right here if you wish to a different day, or you can do a weekly, monthly, and a custom date range. And just so that we can get a little bit of data, I'm going to go to a custom date range, and I'm going to put in, let's go all the way back to 2010, and we'll do today. And once you can keep the criteria open, or you can allow it to collapse. And once I pull the report, you'll see that we have our history report from these dates. You also have a grouped history report, which I'm going to show you that a little later. That has to do with what the employee or user is doing. And it goes right down on the left-hand side. These are the main elements of the system. So here's your elements of time. Here's deposits. So we have 28 deposits in the amount. We have 45 line items. We have 48 invoices, and during that time period, invoice line items, taxes. You have how many statements, expense receipts, how many checks were printed. You know, there's a lot of history of exactly what had transpired. You also have all of your image scans. There's 168 image scans, and if you click on one of the drill downs, it'll take you to the drill down on each of these. Each of the data that's there. At the top of this page is additionally this grouped history report. And so basically what the grouped history is going to do is it's grouping everybody together by user of what they touched. So I'm logged in as Red Baron, and I have 3 deposit histories, 6 invoices, and so on. All these different items that have been touched during the course of that time. And you can see that if we go down to like setup down here has, you know, a lot of different items, and some of those we're loading. These are customers that were loaded into the database, and also FlexGrid tie-ins. If you go back up to the top of this page, and again you open the search criteria, you can see we went from the effectual to the historical. The financial is what's showing up on the financial statements. That option is currently under construction, but we can get all that data right now off of the income statement as well. But the reason we want to show it on this is it makes it into more of a grid look, which is really beneficial in trying to pinpoint different things. So the historical is who touched what, and when you go to historical, you can also filter it by by employee, or you know, a different expense receipt type or number. Also, if at the top here you have where you can check on login histories, you have some links to bank balances and things like that. But for the most part, you're looking at all the history, and these are quick links here. So this is like today, so I can look at today's quick history. And showing today that I had 1 deposit for 800,000, and looks like we had some POs. If I drill down to the PO, it'll show what came in. So that was 522 gallons that came in from Western Petroleum Company. You can also switch to grouped. If you get a lot of data, you can group it, and grouped will group together the items together. So during a time frame, you could pull like all of the POs and group the items on the POs together so that you would see like items together grouped, so you could see how much quantity you had brought in from all of those POs over the period of that time. You can also click on refine your search, and that'll take you to the PO details, because we happen to be looking at PO details on that history page. So if I go back to the history report, you also have a real nice help file that will tell you what's going on each of the different searches that you can conduct through here and how to look at those. And once again, that has been a tutorial on the history homepage, and I found that by going from the main switchboard homepage under system reports to history homepage. And thanks again for selecting adilas.